Hey you guys! Today we are going to talk about the latest news on the AI cryptocurrency market. Let's consider why this market is expected to have an unrealistic rally this year. We will also talk about the paradox of NVIDIA, which recently became the largest company by capitalization. We'll review updates on Render Network, what Internet Computer Protocol is doing in the AI field, and we'll talk about the ASI merger as they have postponed it again, as well as other bright representatives of the AI narrative. So this video is a must-watch if you are just starting to get interested in this market or if you already hold some AI coins. Before we move on to the latest news on AI crypto projects, I would like to discuss the latest narratives in the general AI market. After all, a lot of interesting things have happened. I would like to start with the news about Web 2 giants, as they are increasingly starting to dive into this field. For example, Apple announced at the conference that their devices will now be equipped with AI. Key features include advanced word processing tools for rewriting, proofreading, and summarizing, as well as ChatGPT integration for generating images and text in the Apple ecosystem. I think this could be the general acceptance of AI because right now it's still a very niche area that not many people are using. And when AI is in every phone, I am sure it will greatly increase the demand for this product and the narrative in general. By the way, this is not the only major brand that is starting to add AI to their products. Microsoft has announced the release of Windows 12, scheduled for June 2024, with a focus on AI integration. This will include PCs with enhanced AI capabilities for developing AI-driven applications and features. The launch is expected to be supported by Intel's Meteor Lake processors, which are designed for efficient local AI processing. It remains for other players like Samsung to start implementing even more AI models in their devices. And if you think that this news can't have any impact on cryptocurrency projects, think again. This adoption of technology simply increases the popularity of AI, and big funds and players are starting to look at this area as a potential opportunity to make a huge fortune, so we simply cannot miss this rally and be at the beginning of it. After all, this story is only gaining momentum in crypto. By the way, another major player actively working with AI technologies, NVIDIA, has become the largest commercial company by market capitalization. This is not surprising, as they were one of the first to start implementing AI in their production and products, thus contributing to such a significant price increase. We can also see how much fund investments in the AI market have increased. The leader among these investments is the well-known Sequoia Capital Fund. And if you have been following crypto for a long time, you know that this fund is quite fond of the crypto market and is actively investing in this area. Magic Eden, FTX, Polygon, and hundreds of other projects have received significant investments from this fund. Therefore, it is not difficult to put one thing together and realize that we will see investments in crypto AI projects, at least from this fund, and smaller investors will follow. By the way, most analysts expect AI spending to account for 8 to 10% of IT budgets by 2024, a significant acceleration from less than 1% in 2023. That's why we need to capitalize on this market before everyone else starts investing in it. After all, early adopters win the biggest jackpot. So I suggest we move on to the latest news analysis on the most interesting projects. I would like to start with the news about the ASI project. After all, the situation is as ambiguous, interesting, and even a bit unpleasant as possible. So let's get to the bottom of it. For those who don't know, back in March of this year, Fetch AI, Ocean Protocol, and Singularity Net announced their plans to merge into a project called ASI, Artificial Superintelligence. Their goal was to create a unique AI that would simply change the game, as it would become one of the strongest and best representatives of this narrative. In addition, they decided to make as much noise as possible and make the combination so that when it comes out, the ASI token will have enough capitalization to get into the top 20 tokens by market valuation. At first, the projects announced the release date of the combination as the end of May. Then all data on this matter simply disappeared from all pages, which has already raised many questions. At the beginning of this month, the companies announced that the merger would take place in mid-June. However, 2 days before the merger was to take place, the news broke that the merger had been postponed once again. At this stage, all the loyalty of the project holders was lost, as 3 major players in the AI market could not cope with the combination into one product. while talking about how they plan to create a revolutionary product. Even in the comments below my videos, you could see a lot of negative opinions about all these events. Meanwhile, projects are holding AMA sessions, attending various conferences, and seem to be doing something about integration. However, they need to start a real campaign now to improve the overall impression of crypto users. Otherwise, this combination is doomed to big problems. But for now, we can only wait and follow the news closely. By the way, among the interesting news, I can only highlight the fact that on July 1st, deposits and withdrawals of tokens to and from the Binance exchange will be stopped. So plan your actions in advance to avoid getting into a problematic situation. And while I was editing this video, I saw another update. They've postponed the combination again, but this time to a date closer to July 1st. We'll see what happens, and I'll be sure to keep you posted on any developments. In the meantime, I suggest we move on and write what you think about this situation and what to do with your tokens. Render Network is, in my opinion, one of the most interesting assets in the current AI cryptocurrency market. Everyone knows what problem this project solves, so I don't see the point in talking about it much. Unfortunately, there hasn't been much news about this project lately, which of course doesn't affect the potential growth of the token, but I think the most interesting things are yet to come. And the current drawdowns are a unique opportunity to buy back this asset quite cheaply, even with the good growth over the past day. We haven't been this low in a long time, and if you look at the history of the token, you can see that after each of these drawdowns, the price grew from 40 to 100%. Of course, this is not a call to action, but just my own opinion and analysis of the situation. However, I see an ideal scenario for the DCA strategy because I have no doubt that the token will definitely be able to reach the previous all-time highs in the medium term and significantly exceed them if we consider a more long-term investment, especially if we remember the strategic partnership with NVIDIA that we talked about earlier. And knowing the close ties between the CEOs of these projects, I personally understand that their relationship will not end with a strategic partnership. And let's not forget the partnership with Apple and the active use of M4 for devices based on M4 and the partnership in the field of smart glasses. So I think it is quite realistic that Render Network will be further developed and integrated into the products of these two Web 2 giants. Unfortunately, at the time of recording this video, I did not see any really interesting news or updates about the product and the project itself. However, I can highlight the fact that they are very active in supporting all creators and trying to push their project as much as possible thanks to the creators. Personally, I like this representative of the AI market, but to grow we need news, technological breakthroughs, and so on. And I understand that we will definitely see all this. Therefore, I suggest we move on to other AI coins. Also, I decided not to highlight individual coins because there is not really that much interesting to separate them into whole sections. So let's talk about the ICP. In fact, the overall situation with this asset is quite interesting and somewhat unusual. We have all been following very closely how they are moving towards not only building their ecosystem as a Layer 1 blockchain, but also the progress they are making in the AI space. After all, they have created a breakthrough AI built on top of the blockchain, which in itself is a very important improvement in the current AI market. Now, all projects built on the basis of ICP blockchain smart contracts will have a decentralized and transparent system, which will significantly increase the level of trust in AI. However, the last updates on their AI project were quite a while ago, and we have not seen any news on this topic for almost more than a month. The main question here is how soon we will see something new, as they have a huge amount of AI work planned for 2024. In the meantime, while we are waiting for news, the Internet Computer Protocol team is quite active in attending various conferences and promoting their AI product, showing why AI on a smart contract is a new level of development. So I am sure they are doing everything in the right direction, they just do not always demonstrate it on social media. But we will see new results and technologies soon enough. And the last token I want to talk about today is AGIX. It is a bit similar to Render Network in its idea, only AGIX is more specialized in becoming the largest GPU rental marketplace. Unfortunately, there was not much interesting news about this asset either, so I will tell you about what was. First, I would like to highlight AGIX's partnership with Flock.io, which has created an online platform for performing artificial intelligence training tasks. Second, it is clear that the project does not want to leave the information space and participates in various events and conferences. And the most interesting thing for me was that various AI enthusiasts are using the AGIX console to create various applications. Earlier, I often drew your attention to the fact that AGIX could become interesting not only because of its GPU platform, but also because of the development of other areas to boost the AI market. Unfortunately, this is the end of interesting news and points. Write about which tokens you would be interested in receiving news about in the format of such a video, and I will definitely listen to your wishes. And I would like to remind you that this video is by no means financial advice. This is just my vision and thoughts on the market, so always do your own research before investing and invest wisely. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the growth of coins. Thanks for watching, your Coin Post.